We are here with the beautiful and talented Debbii Dawson.
Hello.
Is on the show. Debbii, can you introduce yourself to the humans?
I'm Debbii Dawson. I'm a songwriter and a singer and producer, and I make music.
And you're here in New York.
I'm here in New York on your couch.
On the couch. In studio, she's here. We discovered that this is Debbie's first long form pod. So a very exciting moment. Thrilled to have you here.
Thank you.
In this moment, one word to describe how you're really feeling.
Oh, maybe nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah.
What are you nervous about?
Well, I just drank my matcha really fast, so it's making me feel fuzzy. And then I don't like talking about my feelings.
Should we do a deep breath?
Should we just do something else? I'm just kidding.
She's like, take me to the TikTok short form people where I just have to name 3 songs.
No, this is great.
We'll take a deep breath. Ready?
Okay.
Inhale. Big sigh out.
Okay, that was great.
Okay,
Thank
perfect. One thing you need more of, and one thing you need less of.
I need more sleep. And I need less sugar.
Was there sugar in the matcha? I don't even know.
I requested sugar in the matcha.
Do you normally have a sweet tooth?
Yeah.
What's your go-to sugar sweet treat?
Oh, I crashed really hard for 2 months before tour, and it was really bad because I was contributing to it. I was in bed every single day, rotting, because every day I would eat 2 packets of Gushers, 2 packets of Fruit by the Foot, and wash it down with Reese's Pieces.
Debbii!
I know.
Was that just a habit?
Yeah, for a while.
So you had to kick it?
I made myself stop, and I switched to zero sugar Jell-O to wean myself off.
Now, do you drink soda?
No, I drink sparkling water.
Okay. All right. And then just matcha is your caffeine of choice.
Yeah. I don't like coffee, but since I don't sleep, I will ask for their drink with the most sugar in it. So it's usually a mocha or something, but then I crash really hard.
Yeah. I only started drinking coffee in the past year or 2. I used to do matcha and tea all the time. I probably should go back to it, but there is a crash element involved, 100%. All right. Well, it's the morning. I'm glad you're here. We're waking up
Thank you for
together.
having me.
We're waking up together, and we'll talk about our feelings and just have a good time. I want to start in the present, though, kind of where we're at right now. You are on tour with the Beaches. How has that been going?
So good. They're so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard really good things.
Yeah, they're the sweetest.
And now you have 2 nights at Webster Hall. Are you excited to play for a New York crowd?
Yeah, I love playing here.
Where have you played here?
I might need help. Paramount. It
Brooklyn
was beautiful.
Paramount?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was just there the other night.
It's so
stunning.
pretty, right?
Stunning. But Webster Hall is a great venue too. You'll like it there. More
Okay,
comfy, cozy vibe
Okay,
compared to
cute.
Paramount.
I like that.
Yeah, Paramount's a big room. I Want You just came out not too long ago. How does it feel to have that little brainchild out in the world?
Good. It's good to,
Keep the fans fed.
when I make music, I feel really uncomfortable not putting it out. So it feels good to get it off.
Yeah. So how long did you hold on to that one?
Not too long. Not fully a year. I feel like I wrote it probably early summer or something like that.
Is that typically how you handle releases? You will write and want it out as soon as possible?
Yeah, especially if I'm super excited about it. I was it has to come out now. I'm gonna leak it myself.
Sorry to the label.
No, I went through a long period of time where I was writing a lot and not releasing anything. It just feels icky. Yeah.
So is it more challenging, say if you have okay, I have to have an album done by this date. Is that more challenging when you think about it in that way?
Yeah, I think pressure is scary, but it's also good, for creatives to have guidelines because it makes you think differently. But I'm also, it's really hard for me to make decisions.
Same.
So, yeah. So that takes a while. And that's I think the scary part about putting an album together. I have to sift through dozens of songs.
Do you find yourself more of a deadline-oriented person or more free-spirited?
I'm free-spirited, but I'm so free-spirited I need a deadline. Otherwise, it's just not going to get done,
Got it.
So, I make music by myself, and it's great, but, I'm going to work on it and tweak it forever. So it's helpful to have another person in the room to like be accountable to get it done, you know?
I don't like this word, but would you consider yourself a perfectionist?
Yeah.
There's so many creatives though. Like I've had so many conversations with people who share similar sentiments of, you know, if I have a song in front of me, I will fixate on it until the end of time, and someone has to intervene and say it's perfect, it's done.
Yeah. Well, so with me, it's reflected in my music. Duality is a big theme because it's something that I feel, struggle, celebrate, all the things. So I'm like a perfectionist, but I'm also lazy. So I'm like, whatever.
Has there been a song in particular that you were pretty hyper focused on?
Gut Feelings that I put out, me and the other producer worked on it for a really long time, for months, but also because it was just so fun. Like, but I recut the vocals like several times. Like
Wow.
the first, like I don't count the first day, like when we cut the demo, like just to put it down so I don't forget it. But then I would like perform it live, and it came back. I was like, I want to do it this way, you know, and just tweaking. But when it starts getting worse after your tweaks, then you know it's time to stop.
That's fair. And you're able to recognize that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good to have somebody else there.
Right.
Yeah.
To co-sign.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned duality because it's on my list of,
great.
of things to chit chat. So I'm going to go right there now.
Sure.
Do you consider yourself introverted or extroverted?
Introverted.
Do you find there's duality in that, or are you solely an introvert?
I think I'm solely an introvert.
Like existential.
Oh yeah, I think about dying all the time.
Really?
Is that what your question was?
Sort of. I mean, we can go there. We can absolutely go
Sure.
there. Has that always been a thing?
Yeah.
Your whole life?
Like since I was like 3, 4, I think I realized for the first time I was gonna die one day, and I like talked to my mom about it, and I just think about it all the time. I think I used to be afraid of it, but now it's like I don't know. It's something that helps me create and you know and appreciate things too.
Did you lose people at a young age to wrap your head around the concept of death?
Not really. Maybe like when I was like a little older, like a
Yeah.
great grandma, you know, and then when I got even older, my grandparents. But no, at that time, no.
You had just realized that we're not going to live forever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so interesting because I believe that if you experience grief at a super young age, it shapes your worldview, that you're able to
Yeah.
come to terms with death a lot sooner versus, you know, some
Yeah.
folks don't lose grandparents till they're like 18.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, right, we're not here for a very long time. So it's just interesting. Like everyone you meet has a very different take.
Yeah. And
or
in the
perspective.
West, it's very like our glimpse at death is very like protected. Like we're not exposed to it very much. I
Yep.
think here it's hidden, you know? So it's interesting.
What do you believe in after death?
Like life after death. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope I go to heaven, chill with people that have gone before me. What do you believe?
I don't know. I don't know. I believe that we continue to exist, maybe just in a different form. Maybe I'll come back as like a tree. I don't
That'd
know.
be cool. I would like to be
Yeah.
buried as a tree.
I think that's cool.
Yeah,
I like to believe that our energy still exists, even if our physical body isn't here.
I think so.
That our
I
energy
yeah.
continues somewhere else. And it also, I get existential when I think about how big the universe is, like all the other planets, all the other galaxies that exist. There's so much that we don't know, and maybe after death,
Get to explore.
yeah. Like maybe you go to space after death.
We're in space right now.
Technically, we're on a
Yeah.
floating rock.
In space.
We could get so introspective in the next half an hour, but I'm going to reel us in. Because I could go there. I could totally go there, and then we'll like never get through anything. I want to come back to present moment on tour. How do you take care of yourself, take care of your voice? What's kind of your wellness hack?
Well, ginger shot, the immunity shots are on my rider, so me and the band all take one every
Do you have a
single
specific
day.
brand?
No, whatever like the runner gets for us.
I did it all weekend.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, you know what's up. And then generally try to eat healthy-ish. Past few days I ate a lot of sugar, which wasn't great. Ate a lot of gluten, which probably wasn't great either. I got ClassPass credits. that I haven't used, but I feel healthy knowing I have them.
She may or may not use the Okay, so I am a ClassPass girly too.
Yeah.
I actually just finessed more credits, but it's really good if you're traveling.
Yeah.
Do you give yourself a bedtime on tour?
No.
No.
Like, we leave the venue at probably like 11:30, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that. So.
And are you like adrenaline rush post tour that's hard to fall asleep, or post show?
Sometimes I'm like wiped out and exhausted. You know, it depends. Like, if it's in a room where I can't see anyone, I'll have more energy. But like last night I did like a small private show, and that's like, I feel like more energy is taken when I like more connection. Or like the night before that, I like met with fans and stuff, which is like really wonderful, but it is more like energy exchange. So that'll leave me like really like tired and I'll fall asleep. So it depends.
Do you find yourself having to monitor how much energy you put out?
Yeah, like we were gonna go for karaoke last night after the show, and I was like, I need to stay. I need to stay in.
Yeah, but I mean, I know you said you don't like making decisions, but like that's a decision that you have to make.
Well, that's because last time I wasn't good at it, and then I crashed for the 2 months. So I was like, I can't afford to be crashing that long.
But you think you learned lessons from that?
Yeah, like this time I got a pedicure. You know?
Oh, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Love. And I think it's so important to take care of yourself when you're in you're traveling to cities, waking up in different places. Trying to find your baseline of normalcy can be really hard. Use your ClassPass credits, though.
I will.
Use them. Use them or lose
You
them.
and my doctor.
What's your preferred workout?
I'm looking for low impact, so I might do Pilates.
Love Pilates. Mat or reformer?
I don't work out.
You don't work out, so you don't care.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm with you on low impact. Stretching, walking.
I like walking.
A good walk is a great cure.
Yeah, I love being in nature. I don't go out very much. Sometimes I'll go on a little walk and put my headphones on. When it's light enough. When it gets dark, the coyotes come out, and then
yeah, oh my God. I forget that.
I'm afraid they'll drag me back to their den and feed me to their babies.
Can you imagine?
Huh?
Can you imagine?
I have imagined it. That's why I'm afraid.
Speaking of death, when you go on, your hot girl walk, do you listen to podcasts or music?
Music.
And what's your go-to lately?
I do classical. It's really calming.
Nice.
And then I've been listening to a lot of city pop, and that's fun. And then a lot of times I'll just listen to stuff that I need to work on. So it's just like listening to 10 different mixes of my own song and taking notes.
Does it ever make you uncomfortable listening to the sound of your own voice?
Yeah, I would say after I release a song, it's weird. And I'll like skip it. I know this is probably not great for my algorithm, but I skip it. But prior to releasing it, I'm not listening to I'm listening more with technical ears, and seeing what needs to be tweaked or changed. So it's not like the same.
Less self-judgment around it. More so it needs to get done.
Yeah.
Got you. Switching gears a little bit, I want to talk more about, how you grew up. You're from the Midwest, right? How do you think growing up out there shaped your sound, your worldview, your identity today? I
mean, I'm kind of from all over, but I spent the largest chunk in the Midwest. Child of immigrant parents, so that's a random thing, which I think a lot of people can relate to. In that situation, you're trying to understand and figure out your identity, as we all are, trying to pick worlds to be a part of, find out which one will accept you, like things like that. Yeah, and you always kind of feel in between. And so all of that has kind of influenced the way I create and approach music. When it came to finding my sound as an artist and a creator, when I was able to accept myself, personally, it kind of reflected my music. So for me, it was realizing I didn't have to choose which world I was a part of. I could be a part of, multiple, and it's still valid. So I think you can see that in I kind of am genre fluid, and I jump eras, which is like being the child of immigrants. I'm like living in like this modern day America, but my parents, the way they grew up was
was different.
the way like people like in the States, their grandparents might have grown up, you know? So it's kind of, yeah, you can see it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. When do you think that moment of self-acceptance really, the light bulb went off?
I think it was after I moved to LA. I don't remember the particular moment. I feel like I was talking to someone and I was like, I feel like I have to decide if I want to do acoustic or I want to do all this like synthesized stuff I'm working on. And she was like, just do both. And I was like, okay.
So you think the change of environment helps you figure that out?
Well, yeah, for sure. I think that definitely helps. Like the Midwest has its pros and everything, but the music industry kind of in that environment isn't a real job, you know? It's so removed. So like coming out here, it's like an actual job. It's not like a dream,
Right.
you know? It's like there's people every day 9 to 5 working, and they're an actor or you know, a music supervisor or whatever, and it's not like a pretend
You could
job.
take it more seriously.
Yeah, you can take it more seriously. And yeah, it helps if there's not people like doubting what you're doing.
So can we talk about that?
Sure.
Growing up, what was, I guess, the people in your life who were closest to you, parents, family, friends, when you were pursuing music, did they take you seriously? Were they supportive? What was kind of their perception about it all?
Well, I didn't pursue music until very recently because I was too nervous to. My parents were very much, they're musical. They had their own like band when I was born. I was born on the road while they were traveling.
Cool.
Yeah, so they understood like the drive and like the want and the need to do it. They're also Asian, so there's that like layer as well. Like when I told my dad that I was like, I think I really want to try this, he was like, okay, well, what's your plan? You know, because he understood. He's like, I get it, you know, but I need to know you have a plan. And so
Did he want you to have a backup plan too?
yeah, like when I was like in my late 20s, he's like, you should be a doctor. And I was like, we should have this talk like 10 years ago.
When you were 18, like
Yeah, no, but no, my parents are very supportive. But when I moved to LA, my dad was like, you have 2 years, you know.
deadline.
Yeah. And
Deadline.
I was like, okay, great. And it was like 2020. I was like, I don't know if that's happening.
But it worked out.
It did. Yeah. 2 years later, I was on America's Got Talent.
Yes, yes. Oh, they must have been so ecstatic about
Yeah.
that. That's so awesome. Now, for them, being performers, how did that influence your sound?
I was just like always like pickled in it and like surrounded by it. Where when I entered public school, I didn't realize like being tone deaf was like a real thing. So like it made me like it's, I don't know, it sounds snobby or something or
No,
weird.
it makes sense though.
But it's like I didn't like it was like just one of like the regular senses people have. So it was like sad to know like some people that don't have it.
The vocal chops, yeah.
Or just even like pitch or something.
Yeah.
It's kind of like having a friend who's colorblind.
That's a
You
good
know?
comparison. That's a really good comparison.
Yeah.
Music is a fairly new thing that you've been pursuing. But growing up, were you ever singing at talent shows? Were you singing with friends?
So when I was a kid, like 5, 6, 7, something like that, like that's when I started like arranging harmonies. Like my dad would call me in and have me arrange harmonies for
5?
people. Maybe 6, 7.
Child prodigy over here doing harmonies.
But like I kept like my singing voice like a secret until I was maybe 16, 17 years old because I didn't want anyone to make me sing in front of anyone because I was so nervous. And because my family's musical, like we would sing together. So I would do like harmonies in the back, and I like did not want anyone to like.
You didn't want to be front and center.
No, absolutely not.
Did you do choir or anything?
I did choir, yeah.
But that was in a group setting.
Group setting, yeah. But I did that, and then like a teacher heard me or something, and she like asked me to do a talent show. So I like played an original song, and that kind of helped me break out of my shell a little bit. I also like didn't talk in school either, like
Introvert.
yeah. So I would like talk at home, but like not at school. So kids didn't know I could talk.
But you could sing.
But yeah, so that helped a little bit. But yeah, I think I always wanted to. And I feel like I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else since, sorry. Since I was a kid, like I just never imagined anything else, but I could never like make myself say it out loud. So just even like coming out here and when people would ask me like, what do you do? And like the first time I like was like, I'm a songwriter. Was like huge and was like my heart was beating so fast.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, like I had like not published or anything, but to like just say it out loud.
But you were able to own it. And I think that's the piece that can be really, there's like an imposter syndrome involved.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but when you're able to say like, no, this is what I do. I've always struggled with that because I do 800 things. So I'm like, I don't know what to say when people ask me that.
Yeah.
And I change my answer all the time.
Yeah.
But I think that's also the beauty of being human. You evolve and you can step into certain things. You can step out of things. You get to create your life. How cool is that?
Yeah, very cool.
So given all this little info about you, is stage fright a thing for you?
Sure. Like when I was growing up, like I hated
Yeah.
it. Sometimes my parents would be like, introduce the song, and like my sister would introduce or whatever, and I would like be behind the piano or something instead. Like I hated it. And then like when I did AGT, because I had like this huge, like huge social anxiety problem. Before AGT, when I lived in San Francisco, and I got a job singing in a restaurant, and then they stopped booking me because they were like, you look really scared, and it's like scaring like the customers.
No.
You get like so afraid. So I had to like work on it, and then the pandemic hit. But no, I did not like being in front of people and having people look at me. And so I did the talent show and kind of like ripped the Band-Aid off. But it was so nervous, I blacked out my audition, and like my knees were shaking. I get like muscle spasms when I'm nervous. You can't tell, but I know like I'm trying to stop. When I watch the tape,
Yeah.
I can see me
Yeah.
like trying to stop myself from having spasms.
Your physical body feels it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I couldn't like hear any of the judges. 'Cause- yeah.
How are you now with it?
So I was like really surprised when I started doing like solo shows, like how it switched.
Yeah.
I also didn't grow up going to shows because we couldn't like afford like going to concerts and stuff. So I had like no idea how concerts worked. Like my first show, my team was like, it's like a showcase. I was like, okay, do I like take questions at the end or something? And they're like, no.
You didn't know.
I didn't know. So I think I just got on stage, sang my songs, and I'm like very, I don't know, reactive to what's happening around me and get really distracted. And I guess I'm so uncomfortable on stage, but people like it. And so knowing that it's like okay, like it's fine, that helps. And it's kind of like I'm just doing my thing. So performing my songs on stage has been fine, but I can't do karaoke.
I don't think a lot of singers like to do karaoke.
Yeah, it's not like, so when I'm on stage, it's not like, look at me. It's like, look at this thing I made, you know?
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. It's your perspective.
Yeah.
I think perspective is everything, but that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That 100% makes sense. Speaking of, songwriting, and you were able to say I'm a songwriter, how have you been able to weave kind of those like invisible mental health feelings into your lyrics? Because a lot of your songs do touch on it, like Gut Feelings, Happy World. Like there's a lot of elements of you talking about your social anxiety. How has that experience been like for you? Has it been cathartic? What is that like?
Yeah, I started writing songs in the first place is because I'm not expressive. Like I said, I don't like talking about my feelings.
You're doing it though. We're doing it.
Like when I would get like sick as a kid, I would not tell my mom. I just like curl up into like a ball and be sick. And then she'd find me and be like, are you okay? Like if you're not feeling well, you have to tell someone, you know? And so like that's like just the way I am, you know? So I was like going through like a really like tough time, like mental health wise. And so I started writing like instrumental songs to help. And then slowly started putting like lyrics to them and like wouldn't show them to anybody. So that's how I started. I forgot your question.
Wait, what year was that?
Maybe like 2016.
Okay. You're writing these songs, you're weaving in like the invisible deep feelings into the songs. Is that cathartic for you? Does it feel like a release, or are you holding up like a mirror to yourself?
Both.
Yeah.
I think in my last EP cover, it's like me holding up a mirror.
Yes. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. Oh, that's so true.
No, it is. And like I think of it as a mirror Sometimes it's not easy to look at, but that's what it is. And like the first 2 EPs I put out were written from the perspective of a recluse, looking out at the world, looking in like very introspective as well. It was very heavily inspired by Emily Dickinson, and her life as a recluse as well. So mental health was like huge theme for all the songs, for sure.
And even today, some of the songs in recent, like even in the past year, you've been able to articulate big feelings into lyrics.
Yeah.
And that's super cool. I just want to congratulate you on that, because I
you.
can't even imagine how I struggle talking about my feelings too. And like, I can't imagine writing songs about them.
The music helps that's why I like started with instrumental stuff. Sometimes the music,
that's easier for it to come out.
The music says things that the words can't say.
Yeah. Have you heard any cool fan stories or just kind of their connection with some of the songs?
Yeah, so many people like have messaged me, and it's like amazing. It's like sometimes like oof, because it's like really big, like you said, like really big feelings, like of the songs getting them through some really like tough times, like breakups. Or one person said like they were so happy to hear the song live at a show. They would listen to it with their parent, and like that had recently passed away, so it was like cool to listen to the song again, Yeah, a lot of big feelings. I remember when my song Eulogy for Nobody had a moment or whatever, people were like messaging me all these like really heavy things. It made me like really sad. I
was just going to ask you about that, because I can only imagine how heavy that gets.
Yeah.
Being kind of the soundboard sometimes for fans and people who hear the music, because then the music becomes bigger than you, right?
Yeah. It's my belief that it is. But yeah, I was sad because I was like, I can't believe there's so many sad people in this world.
But you're able to give them hope.
I know, but that's the thing, is the perspective that you have to have, I can be very pessimistic.
Girl, me too. 100%. But what a beautiful gift it is that you can offer that to people.
Yeah.
Just the music. And that's enough to get people through a tough day.
And it's a release for them. Yeah.
Absolutely. It has to be one of the coolest things of being an artist, that you're able to do that for people.
It's really cool. Yeah.
Debbii, looking ahead, I want to close on just what is giving you hope these days?
Oh, what's giving me hope? I think I just saw a quote somewhere. It says like, in these like times we're living in, just everything's so extreme and like horrible, terrible. Highlighting things that give us joy is what's going to like remind us of our humanity, So that gives me hope, is like, find like small moments, laughing with friends or something, like that, like silly things, It's like very big and broad, but like humanity can smile. Like, we're capable of good still, and it's just a reminder, especially with how heavy it is right now.
I share that same sentiment, 100%. Holding on to the little moments of joy, holding on to moments of connection with a stranger or someone you see on the train, like smiling at people. Joy is resistance, as they say. And
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, even I was at a All Things Go this weekend, and it was incredible to see such a safe space for LGBT folk, where they can celebrate who they are. And I think those spaces are even more important than they were 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So celebrating life and joy. And, we started this podcast talking about death, but for the time we're here, finding joy where we can. On a final note, is there anything you're looking forward to, something you're really excited about that you want to share?
Yeah.
Wink, wink, looks at manager.
I don't know. I don't know what I can talk about. Well, I'll just say it and then you can cut it out if it's not allowed. New music soon.
New music soon.
Yeah.
Debbii, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so happy we got to do this.
Yeah.
And I hope you have an amazing show tonight.
Thank you.